Welcome to the Sports Card Collector. It's your host, Dylan Loomis. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the Collectable Sports Card app. They just came out with some breaking news, and I want to let you guys know this is one of the biggest deals in the trading card market, specifically sports, because it's giving us regular everyday investors access to the high-end products like the 86 Fleer Michael Jordan rookie cards and PSA 8, 9, 10 Mickey Mantle, the stuff like that most of us don't have access to. This is really important because as new big money comes into the sports card market, these are the cards and the products that they want, and the price action at that end of the spectrum is where big money can be made. And now this collectible app is giving us regular everyday investors that don't have that much capital access to those price movements. So the collectible app is like the stock market for sports cards. So this company buys high-end sports cards and then creates fractional shares that you and I can then invest in. So it's like buying shares in the stock market, but the underlying asset is a sports card instead of an actual company. And Collectable just announced that now their trading or their secondary market, which is just like the stock market, is going to be active this Friday. So let's say I go and buy a share of the 86 Jordan Fleer rookie card for $20. I can now go on the website and sell it just like a share, and then other people can put in bids to buy it. And just so you guys know, there have already been over 100% returns in a matter of weeks for a few of the first fully funded products. There was a Steph Curry auto jersey card that investors made 75% on. There was a Larry Bird, Dr. J, and a Magic Johnson card that investors made 105% on. And then we had a Patty Mahomes that investors made over 35% on. These are huge returns. I mean, average stock market returns annually are between 7 and 10%. So we're talking like 10x returns in a matter of weeks on this app. And as I mentioned, the trading feature is now going to be live this week. So here's how it works. 2 trading windows will be offered each week, meaning once the securities or the sports cards are eligible to begin trading on the secondary market, investors will have the ability to buy and sell shares in that offering 2 times per week. Power hour is something that they'll have twice per week per security. So each eligible offering will trade on a continuous basis between 3 and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the final trading hour of the day. During Power Hour, investors must submit bids and offers within 10% of the last trading price to have their order appear in the trading system. So if the last trading price was $100 per share, you would have to be within $10 or $90 per share or $110 per share. Now there is a 90-day lockup period for these sports card IPOs for now. So what that means is this secondary market where you can actually buy and sell these shares after the initial IPO is funded, that won't take place for 3 months. Everyone always wants to know about fees. Each investor will be assessed a 1% Templum Markets brokerage fee, the company they're using for this trading platform, on every buy and sell order on the platform. So if you buy a $100 share, then you're going to pay $1 in fees. Not a huge deal. And then you have a look at the weekly asset trading schedule. I'm a big basketball guy, so Tuesday is going to be the day for basketball investors, as well as Friday. To get set up for this secondary trading, you do have to verify your account. It's kind of a pain, but it only took me about 5 to 10 minutes. You just have to provide some information, just like you would for any stock brokerage account. So once again, to buy shares on the secondary market, that's going to happen Friday. You have to fund your wallet, and whatever funds you put on there cannot buy IPO shares. This is just for the secondary market trading. So to make this simple, let's say there's a Michael Jordan card that has a value of $100 and you buy a $10 stake in that card for a 10% share. If later Collectable receives an offer from an investor for $200, that would be a 100% return of the $100 original value of the card. So then the shareholders and the people would have the opportunity to vote if they want to sell for that $200 offer. If that vote results in a yes, that means the card would then be sold for $200, and each owner of the card will be paid out via their portion that they own. So if you own that 10%, you would get 10% of the $200 sale for $20, meaning you earn 100% your $10 investment turned into $20. And what if a shareholder wants to sell their shares of an asset before an asset is sold? Collectable partners with Templum Markets LLC to provide a secondary market for our offerings, what we just got done talking about. This allows users to sell shares to other new and existing investors. But once again, please note there is an initial 90-day lockup period once a user purchases a share of an asset. This means users will not have access to the money they invested for 90 days. So this isn't like an overnight flipping, get rich quick type of deal. It is like an investment into the sports card world, just like you would do with a regular stock in a stock market. And how are things protected? All of the assets on the platform are safely secured, maintained, and properly insured. This is important. We have a responsibility to our shareholders to protect and preserve their investments, and we do not take this responsibility lightly. And yes, Collectable will give you a digital version of a share certificate once the offering is completed. They will continue to experiment with physical representations of asset ownership as they grow. And more on accepting these offers. If an attractive offer to physically acquire an underlying asset is received, Collectable will poll the shareholders of record as to their desire to sell at that price. Should the majority favor a sale, the offer will be passed to the Collectable Advisory Committee. This committee is composed of leading experts and experienced collectors. Should they then elect to accept the offer after the shareholders have voted, the item will be sold and shareholders will be paid out pro rata to their ownership position. As far as tax implications, it's just like investing in the stock market, so there are short-term and long-term capital gains rates. So your goal here should be to be investing for over a year, but you don't really have full control sometimes, because if you buy shares and then 3 weeks later an offer comes in and the votes go in and it's accepted, then you're going to get paid out in that time frame. So honestly, guys, I have no affiliation with Collectable. I just think this is a great way to get exposure to the high-end sports card market, where we are going to see massive price fluctuations, and this gives us exposure to that market with only 10, 20, and a few $100s. We have literally seen anywhere from 100 to 1,000 times returns on some of these cards just in the last few months, and many people expect this trend to continue. It can't obviously keep up at that pace, but having access to some of these cards in the high-end market could be a very, very profitable investment strategy in the coming years. But let me know what you guys think below. If you're using this app, I would love to hear from you, but I thank you guys for watching. Please like the video if you did, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day.